Hi, I'm Camille.
And I'm Gretchen, and we are
Back Home Beauties. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. You know we appreciate
I
it.
appreciate that. What do y'all think about our new headbands?
Well, it's
I know
a
what you're
little-
thinking.
Oh, I like it. I'm liking. I think it's pretty blinging, actually.
I think it looks like some animal's heart on it.
I know.
You know?
We didn't want
Supposed
to
to
do
be a
it.
unicorn.
Well,
Or we look like a birthday cake.
yeah, let's go with that. Let's not go with a hard on, okay? Let's not do that. We'll keep it G-rated, girl. We'll keep it G-rated.
Hey, you were gone last week. You had your face
I had
fibroblasted again.
fibroblasted again.
How'd it go
Yes.
this round?
You know, I think, well, we'll see, but I have noticed some improvement.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's, oh my Lord, it's painful though. You're a burn victim. I'm just saying. I'm a burn victim for a minute.
But was it as bad the second go?
No. But still, the neck area was the most
really
tender. Oh, and it takes hours. I mean, you're laying there for probably 3-4 hours going, oh, please forgive me. Please forgive me.
So the numbing stuff, did he really numb you?
Yeah, he
Or
had
could you
to
feel
apply multiple times. I mean,
Yeah. You're
'cause
like,
oh! Mama Tablet just burns through that shit. I'm like, I need more. But it still hurts. I mean, you still feel it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, so he'll put some on
Yeah.
and then work on another area.
Yep.
But that could go,
Yeah.
be done with it, so you need to lather up again.
Well, he told me that, you know, if you start working on an area, it kind of almost kills the numbing. So you got to work on that area and be done, and then start over later because the numbing is gone as soon as that. The nerves are starting to activate, so you're like, exactly. So it's just pain. It's just pain.
Can we do anesthesia next time?
I'm thinking, can you knock me out? Can you do an IV? I said, can you get
Can
gas?
I just take some shots?
You know, can you just what about dentist chair? Like, give me some gas or something. I might be able to handle that. I don't know. Did you do gas when you go to the dentist?
I've never had anything done.
Oh, that's right. She's got no ever cavities. Can you stand it? I mean, look at that perfect mouth.
Ah.
I know. She's got great teeth. Great teeth.
So I've never had that done, but I've
It's
watched
an interesting
my
sensation.
kids, like, have their wisdom teeth out. and
It's
stuff
an interesting
like that.
sensation for me. It's a weird thing for me. I had something happen to me
What
when
do
I
you
was...
do? Are you slutty? What happens when you're on gas?
Well, I had an interesting situation happen to me when I was
Do
younger.
tell.
And it was sexual.
Oh, no.
I know. And so I'm just remembering this like I'm just, oh my goodness, do I talk about it or not? No, I was in California when I lived there and I was in my early 20s and I kind of got lined up with this oral surgeon and he had a gas tank at home.
Stop it.
His name was Dr. Neon. Okay. So now, again, I'm 20s, whatever. My boss, my attorney boss, me up with him. I thought he was a really nice guy. He said he was. We went out to dinner. We were going to go home and watch a movie. Went to his house. Really nice house, and so. And
How old was he?
He's probably 40. And I was I was 20s. But it was just a date. I was just, he liked me. He thought I was pretty, whatever.
Of course.
So I was just going, of course, exactly. I'm 20 years younger. So he had this gas tank. He was an oral surgeon, whatever. So he had this gas. I'm like, well, I've never tried that. And I never partied. I wasn't a partier ever.
Right.
So he's like, and so he's just taking a little whiff. I'm like, okay. And so I whiffed it. And I was like, whoa. And it was pretty strong. And it kind of gives you this really weird, you're kind of like out of body.
Dizzy?
Yeah. Well, I kind of came to a little bit. I kind of knocked out a little bit. And he's kind of between my legs.
Shut up!
I'm not kidding you. And I was like, I need to go. I was in a dress. You want to know why I don't wear dresses? I just don't like wearing dresses for...
Oh my gosh, Camille, that was totally illegal.
It was totally... And I was doped. He doped me with... And I took it like, oh, let me try this. Okay, cool. I felt so
Oh
stupid.
my gosh, you were so violated.
I was violated. And so
He
I never...
took advantage of you.
He did. And
Asshole.
And look, everything was still on me, but he was down there kind of going, peekaboo. And I was like, I need to leave.
my
So I think he was
gosh.
mortified because, again, my boss lined us up. So I think he was terrified I was going to tell on him. And I never did tell my boss. And I should have told my boss. I should have said, you know what? Dr. Neon is a pervert. And he dopes women to look up their skirts. Just saying. And
Well,
worse.
what
I think
if
it could have
he-
been worse.
I mean, what if he could have
He
given
could
you
have.
more, and then you don't know what would have happened?
Well, that's the thing. So every time I get gassed at the dentist,
Yeah.
I go back into that. I'm like, oh, that's so weird.
I
So,
can understand why
it's
you
kinda
think
weird.
that.
It's a little weird. I'm just saying.
Speaking of weird guys,
Weird.
let's listen to this story.
What?
Here's the picture right above y'all.
Yep.
So on, I don't know, Facebook, Instagram, one of those, You know how it shows like people you may know.
Yes.
Okay. And so I kind of always look through because I always think like, well, maybe there's a contact there that, I wouldn't know how to find and whatever. So I see this good looking guy and it says friends with Camille Pendleton.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's one of Camille's, clients or something. So I click on it. He's really handsome and seems very successful. So I never do this, which I'm sure the dating gods above are like, you dumbass, why are you doing this now? So I friend requested him.
Yeah.
So immediately he writes back, oh, do we know each other? I go, no, but you know
me,
my
Camille.
friend, my business partner and friend. And then he acted like he really did know you.
I've never. No.
Okay, so here's Camille's version of this part of the story.
Oh, yeah. So my version. So
Hit it.
Yeah. So he messaged me. So, hey, whatever, like 3 or 4 messages. I never responded one time. I'm like, I just don't respond to them.
Yeah.
Some people that are less attractive, I might.
She responds with a heart and a thumbs up.
He didn't send me a picture.
He didn't send
so
you
you know what? He don't get nothing.
She didn't give him one of those.
No, honestly, you know what it was? I really thought, look, there's some people that are just so beautiful and so good looking that those are the ones that, in my estimation, for my history on social media, they're going to pitch me something. Okay, so I'm just like I'm like, okay, you're going to sell me something. I just kind of have a sense and feeling this guy's one of those. He's that good looking, right? Yeah. So and he is. He's really a beautiful guy.
She's like, do you have a bunch of back hair?
Yeah,
because if you don't, I'm not talking to you.
Well, I don't love back hair, but no, it was just more. If you got to be looking real.
His
you know how some
pictures
people are
were
just
like,
too polished.
He's sitting in a porch.
Yes,
and
he's overselling it.
It said he was from Croatia, but he lives in Miami.
Yeah,
and then it listed, even what he did for a living. And I looked into all that. Like, is this a really publicly traded business that he's, supposedly a shareholder in? And it was. Yeah. So long story short, he and I started having conversations. And so I messaged Camille and I sent her this picture. I'm like, do you know this guy? Because he says y'all are friends. She tells me the same story she just said to y'all. And then she goes, but you got to do like a FaceTime, like video. You got to know if that's him, right?
Yeah. Don't waste time.
Yeah. So I think I'm all smart. I'm like, hey, before we even talk any farther, I'd like to have a FaceTime with you. And he's like, yeah, sure. No problem. So he does. He sends this FaceTime.
Yep. And you're on the video with him.
The sun's behind him, so I can tell by his the width
outline
of his shoulders or whatever. I'm like, okay, I think that's him, but I couldn't really see his face. But it was enough for me to go like, no, I think this is legit.
And his voice was but didn't he have like a higher voice?
So here's the deal.
Yeah,
he said he was 46, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, what kind of aging gods are you praying to? Because you look like you're about 32, right? Mm-hmm. And so he kind of starts telling me this whole story and blah, blah, blah. Never had kids. He's just always worked. He's, and I asked him, I'm like, are you Croatian or are you Greek? Because his name, I just went to Greece last year.
Right?
It sounded Greek. And he goes, no, I'm Greek. Well, then he sends a picture of like mom and sister and brother and dad. They're all around the table, and he's there.
The family.
Like it's a good family image, and I'm here because my dad said, just always be an entrepreneur and America's where you need to go. And so there was that angle. So I'm just like, okay. Well, long story short, he's telling me that for fun, he invests in some kind of a cryptocurrency thing.
Yeah.
So he's like, why don't you look into this site, the app, and just, tell me what you think. So Camille and I just started another branch of our business. And I was like, I'll just learn,
sure.
Whether he's or not. So he started kind of pushing that a lot. It's like, did you have time to open the app? Have you, have you created a profile and whatever? And I go, you sound like you're trying to sell me on something. How dare you? Like he was like livid and oh my gosh, to the point that I felt like I needed to apologize.
Oh geez. Oh, that red flag.
Right? I was just like
no.
So
yeah.
He gives me this message like 2 days into this. Now, I'm not the type that like runs home and checks my messages and gets on the phone. Like I'm just
You're
not
not
that
Twitter
way.
pated. Yeah.
He said, I had a dream about you last night. Usually, y'all, that's a red flag.
Totally.
Either they
You've
want...
never met him.
No. Never met him. I had a dream about you last night. We were in, and he named some like island place, right? You know,
Hydra. Yeah,
we were so and so, and we were running on the beach, and you were ahead of me.
Oh,
I'm like, well, first of all, these girls don't run in a bikini on the beach, so that ain't ever going to happen, buddy. So he goes, I ran in front of you, and all of a sudden I pulled out from behind my back this bouquet of flowers, and I got down on one knee, and I asked you to marry me.
Yeah. Like, that's going to work on you. It wouldn't work on me either. I'm like, come on, dude.
And I said to him, I go, yeah, you can save that dream for like another girl.
Yeah.
But that didn't work for me. So that didn't land well with him either. That should have been my first, like, jump on the ride and get out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, I've said that 3 times now. He said to me, are you ready now for me to go over this crypto, whatever it was? And I was like
you asked for it.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
He says, screenshot me your profile that you created.
Oh.
Now, I did not put any banking information in there on purpose,
Thank goodness. But he wanted you to.
He wanted me to. He wanted to walk me through how to. He's sending me all this stuff about how much money he made on the West deal and blah, 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 blah. You know, and I'm just like, whatever. And then when I said to him, you know, I'm actually not interested in investing. I think this is fascinating, but that's not where I'm at right now. Pissed and ran.
Wow.
Pissed and ran. Well, y'all, this picture right here, about a week and a half ago, I sent to Camille and I go, check it out.
Another Facebook page, right? Another page, yeah.
It's him.
Yeah, again.
With a different name. Now he's from Switzerland and he lives in New York, not Miami and Croatia. And then I'm looking through this, I'm just like, oh my gosh, looking through these pictures and I'm like, that picture was from his other one and that was from his other one. So Camille and I think this. He's a front runner.
He's either the front runner and or someone has stolen his image, his likeness, and they're using his good looks to sell to scam people. That's my concern.
Definitely. Yeah, but I think the
But you did have a visual with him.
that looked it up. But one thing I did keep saying to Camille is his voice doesn't sound like
doesn't match the body.
Yeah.
Didn't match the body. Yeah.
No, he just, to me, he just sounded older and a lot more Greek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which thicker, I don't know, but.
A little thicker voice.
Yeah. So anyway, all you ladies out there,
don't get
look
catfish.
out for this guy and don't talk to him.
Yeah. He's danger boy. Yeah. And really good looking guy. But those are the ones I'm like, yeah. And even I just don't. I mean, there's so many people that message me, and I'm like, I can barely get back to the people I know some days. But I'm a little cautious.
She has only this much time for the hearts and the thumbs up on the dick pics. Y'all don't inundate her with stuff that just really is low level.
A picture says 1,000 words. I mean, I'm just saying. Now, I do have a lot of time, so it's like I just don't respond as much as I used to. But I'm just over in the beginning, it was like, oh my goodness, I've got mail. I've got messages. I am so important, Now it's like, oh, who wants something from me now, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the way it is. Yeah. And a lot of it is this scamming crap. I hate it. It's like, can't these people be honest? Like,